All right, Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Akwakadash. Double honor to the elder apostles and the elders, GMS. Peace, salutations, blessing to the ark and blameless truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Proverbs chapter 2, verse 10. When wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee. All right, so I said Isaiah 33, verse 6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be a stability of these times, of the times. All right, let me get real quick. The fear of the Lord, Salakia. Wisdom and knowledge should be a stability of the times. And strength, salvation, the fear of the Lord, Yahweh, is his treasure. So, especially in these times we are in, times to come, all right, the downfall of this wicked rulership of Esau, Edom, all right, the downfall of America, which is Babylon the Great, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, all right, the beginning of sorrows, beginning of Jacob's trouble, all right, peerless times. We understand, through the scriptures, through this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the times we're in and what is to come. All right, knowing who the wicked are, Esau, Edom, the so-called white men, the elite, all right, the banking families, and so forth. Those whom power is given to and whom have control of this earth. All right, we know that these devils, knowing that time is short, is about to come down with that great wrath, referring to Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. But, those whom the Lord, whom Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, whom has given this light to, all right, this wisdom, like it says, discretion shall preserve thee, all right, trusting Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, all right, in the words, of this Bible, all right, if we be a part of that elect, and we are going to be preserved from the said evils. All right, again, Proverbs 2, verse 11, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man. And again, Esau, Edom, the wicked, is that evil man. From the man that speaketh forward things. All right, and everything these devils speak, is wickedness. All right, you can tell by their actions. Just for example, the laws that these devils, have in place. All right, how these devils are coming down with these, unrighteous, wicked decrees, pushing their NWO agenda. All right, and we in those times it's leading up to that Revelation 13:16, where they're gonna try to cause us all to receive that charama, all right, which the spirit, spirit and power, how we Shemi Ashastam with elder apostles on down. We believe that it is that chip. All right, and this devil's pushing his agenda upon the whole earth. All right, trying to make everybody partake in this pharmakia. All right, and this is a precursor to what is to come. We understand that these devils want to do a great reset, and they want to move everything to digital, because Esau, Edom, the devil that he is, trying to be like the Most High. He wants to have full control that all-seeing eye. He wants to be able to see and know everything about everyone. So if everything moves digital and everybody has that thing in them, then not only can they track everybody's, uh, buying and selling, but also everybody's location, it's like that's just what it is. All right. He wants to put that out. He wants to be the all-seeing eye, But we understand, these devils are only going to get so far. Job chapter 20, verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, referring to Esau, Edom, the wicked, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And the fury of the wrath, the ICBM missiles. All right, the Lord go put it in these other countries, in their mind to send them missiles, mainly over here to America, Babylon the Great. All right, and also, the wrath to be the returning house, shine the holy angels and the chariots. All right, with that concentrated fire, laser beams, This is Job 14, verse 5 says, seeing his days are determined, again, Yahweh Shah set up a point in time, how these devils can only get so far. So it says, seeing his days are determined, they're determined by Yahweh Shah. The months of his, the number of his months are with thee. Thou has appointed bounds which he cannot pass. So again, these devils, it's only going to get so far before, Yahweh shall intervene. All right. All right, back to Proverbs chapter 2, verse 13 says, who leave the paths of unrighteousness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil and delight in the frowardness of the wicked, whose ways are crooked and they forward in their paths. All right, the ways of Esau, Edom, all right, the ways of this world under the rulership of Esau, Edom is all wicked. All right. Verse 16, to deliver thee from the strange woman, and that strange woman being the philosophies, that's contrarian to the ways of Yahweh Shema Shah. All right, we know Esau Edom through his philosophies he pushed throughout the earth, all these other countries, taking after the ways of Babylon the Great, which is taking after the ways of death. All right. It says, to deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger, which flattereth with her words, which forsaketh the God of her youth, and forgetteth the covenant of her God. So for her house inclineth unto death, and her paths unto the dead. So again, the ways of this wicked, America, the ways of America, the ways of, Esau pushing out through this earth, it's the ways of death. All right. Revelation chapter 18, verse 3, it says, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication." Again, all these other nations have taken on the philosophies, the ways of America, Babylon the Great. It says, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies." All right, and America, is the cash whore, all right, for these other nations. They make all their goods and bring it over here and sell them, and America's one of the, main place where people live abundantly with a lot of delicacies. All right. Verse 4 says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." All right, and this is referring to, the salvation of the 144,000 and the 1/3. All right. That you come out of her, my people, and be not partaker of her sins, because for the sins of Babylon the Great, America, all right, the plague is going to be complete and utter destruction. All right, starting with the, via them ICBM missiles and the chariots and the laser beams from the chariots. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Will reward her even as she rewards you, and double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup she hath filled to her double. How much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I set a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. And hey, that's the mindset of these proud ass Americans. All right. They so ate up with pride, thinking they something. All right, and the Lord, he gonna show who the power is. Power Yahweh Shem Shah. All right. It says, verse 8, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh who judgeth her." All right. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 12, it says, "For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken." All right, and that's going into, this perpetual hatred of Esau, against the house of Israel, against Jacob. All right. It says, "Have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that should altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it." Verse 13, "For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord Yahweh, that Basra," which modern day Basra, referring to America, all right, Esau, Edom, says that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual wastes. again, America is gonna be laid desolate. All right, completely and utterly desolate. So Ezekiel chapter 35. I'll start verse 2. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. All right, again, Mount Seir. All right. Modern day Mount Seir. Esau. All right. Edom. And say unto it, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh. All right, hey, these devils, these heathens, those whom not have this light, all right, who walk in the ways of the world, all right, who trust in these devils. Hey, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yashai gonna make it known. All right, make known, what time it is. All right, who the powers is. All right, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, I go into Esau, perpetual hatred toward the children of Israel. It says, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. All right, because, the Lord use Esau, Edom, as a whooping stick to bring judgment, upon, Israel. But hey, these devils had that perpetual hatred. They gonna keep, keep doing wickedness into Israel until the return of Hashai. All right, these devils have set up snares and traps. All right, to keep Israel in sin and iniquity. All right, keep Israel away from the true power, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right, all the way up until their destruction. Verse 6, it says, therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right. It says, I will make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. And, the Spirit and power of Hashem Yahshua, feeding us with this, wisdom and knowledge, giving us passages according to his heart to feed us, all right? Calling us into this truth, into this light. We are able to see these effects and signs, all right? Although you have so-called woke individuals throughout the world, all right, that can tell you, well, this ain't right, this something's going on, yada da. Unless you can, like I said at the top of the chapter, measure that at times diligently. All right, unless you can, measure it through the spiritual lenses. All right, then, you won't have understanding of, what is happening and what is going to happen. All right, but again, the water help us from outside for feeding us, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Verse 7, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation on my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. All right, so at the end of the day, Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahshua, has, sanctified certain spirits, from the beginning. All right. We don't know if, we are that hopeful number or not. Lord willing, we is. All right. And hey, that's why, you're going to take we got to keep our faith to the end. All right. And, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua will be done at the end of the day, Verse 9 says, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now abuse my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. All right, so again, now is the time, to receive this word. All right, because, before too long, they going to get cut off. The Lord going to close the doors of mercy. All right, this word's going to be, Amos 8:11, the famine of the word, and along with all these, with famines, plagues, pestilences, it's about to get real, bad out here. All right, and unless you have, the hedge from your Habashim Yahshua, then, you're going to be out there, all right? But, gain this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, repenting, crying out to your Habashim Yahshua, that's going to make a big difference, all right? Because you got people, the 2/3, whomever going to fall in that 2/3 category, just like say, that however long they've been on this earth, how many times they don't pass, the brothers on the highways and byways, just swiped right by, brothers bringing out the word on the YouTube, just to listen to some, wicked song or what it may be. All right. Many of them are going to be in a pitiful case. Because, just like say, down in verse 11, I'll get it real quick. I'll read through verse 10. For such in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. All right, so again, the words are going out there. All right, and you know, it's on each individual person. You know, either they're gonna hearken to the word or they ain't. All right, either they're gonna, repent, try their best to understand, or they ain't gonna understand. They're gonna despise it. All right. So the same must know it after death by pain. At the end of the day, we like saying verse 13, and therefore be not curious how the ungodly shall be punished and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is and for whom the world is created. So, it's like brothers, starting with the elder apostles on down, like-minded brothers, diligent in this true, whatever brother's law is, the words going out there, all right, and, Yahweh Shem Yahshai gonna do the rest, all right, those whom are, to receive it are going to hear it, and they're gonna hearken, and, and those who ain't, they just gonna walk by, they gonna fan the hand, they gonna scoff, they gonna mock, all right. Again, let's say, give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, Bashem Kwakadash. All right, for giving us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right. With that, again, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, Bashem Kwakadash, and double honor to the elder apostles and the elders. Kwon Yashala, Ababa Ball, DTA soon. Shalom.